Hello everyone, welcome to Trade. Today we're going to be seeing the Nifty and Banknifty analysis for 29th November, Tuesday. This is the daily chart of Banknifty. Though we had a nice green candle, a nice pull on the upside, we have failed to cross the previous day high. Same even in Nifty. In fact, today crossed the all-time high level. The previous all-time high level was about 605, 603. We kind of went until 618. And then some selling, kind of some profit booking or selling pressure came in. So we'll see our intraday charts and see how we can trade tomorrow. Let's start with Bank Nifty, and we'll just review what are the trades that we could have taken today and stuff. So this is the 15-minute chart. This was the analysis that we had yesterday, and these two trend lines were shown in yesterday's video that we could possibly take some kind of a support there. I'll just shift to an hourly time frame. And we kind of exactly from there we bounced all the way up. Now on this 15-minute chart, we also mentioned about this gap, right? That is, we could possibly fill this gap or take support at this gap, and in fact this almost kind of this gap will happen in the opening itself, and then the market went higher. Now the couple of things, the trades that we were interested in is so we had a couple of good entries today. I'm going to just reiterate the entries and then we'll see what are the possible trade plan that we can have for tomorrow. Now the couple of trades that even we shared in this investor trade platform today is this first one is the 42,000 PE. Yeah, even in this we did see profit. I should have exited earlier, but we were kind of expecting a bigger target. But the best trade was this 43,000 C. This was a beautiful trade. Though we exited early, there was the target of 314 got hit, and the other one is 41,000 C. We were able to exit at the right time. Now what are these three trades? How we took these three trades is one. So the first trade that we tried is over here at about 11:45. I think we tried a PE since we came below this 200 EMA. Then immediately on this green candle we had to take a stop loss. So this didn't work. But this up move, that is 43,000 call, worked beautifully. And what are the reasons why we entered that is, it is quite simple. See, there was a beautiful breakout. We were forming this kind of, we were taking resistance at this level. The moment this broke, we entered with our first target as this high, that is 43,050, and the next target, and here itself we had the CPR. See, always this is one of the CPR logic also. If the previous day low on the S1 did not break on the downside, there's a good chance we'll reverse back to the CPR. So this move was good. That was the second trade that was shared, though we exited early, but our target of 314 hit. And this trade where we attempted a call again and it didn't work, that is why we attempted it. See, always when you enter and exit, there should be a reason, right? You just can't simply look at a candle and exit. See, when we had this nice bullish move on the upside, 20 MA, 50 MA moving in this nice parallel channel, when we had the retest of this 20 MA, right, on 5 minutes. So this is when we attempted 43,100 call. But immediately when there was no follow-up, we had to exit. Even in this, we did see some profit. And when the trade was not working out, just immediately exited. But if this trade, obviously all my trades that are shared here is with one lot, but this one trade, if say this is with one lot, 10 lots would have been 10,000, 20 lots would have been 20,000, something like that. So these were the trades that we attempted, and after that we expected, see, once the CPR didn't break out, right, we came up, the CPR didn't break out. We were waiting for a good break of the CPR or a breakdown of the CPR, breakout or a breakdown. We knew we would get stuck here, so after that we didn't attempt anything much. Now coming for the trade possibilities for tomorrow. I'm going to shift to a 15-minute chart. See, this trend line, I'm going to keep it, the black trend line that I've drawn, I'm going to keep that, because if this breaks, we could come to test this level of 42,888. And once again, this level will act as a good resistance. We don't mind shorting here tomorrow if we get some nice rejection, that is around 43,130, and above that we again have some resistance over here, that is 43,220 over here. So these are two places where we will look to short and probably go long over here along this black trend line. Again, say we get a small gap down or a small flat opening, if we take support at this trend line, we don't mind going long, that is at about 43,000 going long. But these are the levels that we will be using for tomorrow. And if we just check the CPR levels, we have a pretty narrow CPR, indicating even tomorrow we could have some trending day. And the S1 previous day low, even yesterday I mentioned, when the gap between the previous day low and the S1 and previous day high in the R1 is less, most likely we'll get some good move in the market. So everything looks good. We would look to buy above this level, that is 43,150. This is the first target, and second target would be 43,340. And if this black trend line breaks and this level, see, definitely this level is a very good support. Even today we were hovering over here, only then we got a breakout. So anywhere we short, even on the higher levels we short, probably the first target is this 42,880, and if that breaks, then we can keep this previous day low also as a target, that is 42,730. I still strongly believe we could come closer to this level of 42,600 before going further up if the market remains bullish. And before we see Nifty, we'll just see the global market. See, all through the morning US futures were down. It was trading about more than minus 100 itself, and even now it is minus 100. But the SGX Nifty is showing a gap up. Let me just refresh and check. It is showing a gap up of 10 points. This might end up being a flat opening, but we'll have to see how the US market closes, right? How the US futures closes. If we continue to close in red, and if we end up getting a gap down, the places we would look to buy is once again over here. If we get a gap down, and if all these levels break, we will trade for the lower levels. See, there is some selling pressure in the market at this all-time high level, no doubt about it. So even if we are long, we have to be very careful. Very careful meaning something like this. Though we saw 500 rupees profit, the entire market was like, the structure was bullish. Even Nifty was all-time high. But the moment we didn't get a follow-up, even though it was just plus 83, we had to exit. There's no point in waiting in such trades. And see, the other thing was, in the opening we had this kind of a move, that's why this kind of an open interest, that's why even we took a short position based on this. That is, we attempted this 42,900 PE. That is because in Banknifty, if you can see this 42,800 call rating was still there, right, when we posted this at about 10:20. So that's the reason we kind of attempted that short trade. But not immediately, at about 12 o'clock, you see the difference between this chart, the open interest, and this chart. This shows there was clear put writing that came in even until 43,100. That's the reason this up move did come. That is this nice up move came. So that's how the open interest changes during the live market, and how we can interpret it. Even that is pretty important. So those were the reason behind sharing these trades today. Now tomorrow, once again, the selling pressure is there. It's not necessary that the market will just break out at one go. So if we get a nice short trade, we don't mind taking a short trade. And if you just look at the Nifty levels, see, even Nifty at the all-time high, this was the all-time high level, that is 18,600, right, 603. From there, on this 15-minute chart, we have got a nice selling pressure. So this is definitely a good resistance now, that is around 18,600. Only when this breaks comfortably, then we can think of going long. And obviously, since we are at all-time high levels, we will have to make use of the CPR levels for our targets. And on the downside in Nifty, it's kind of pretty clear. That is, we have a first support at 18,535 and second level of support is 18,450. And even if all that breaks, I don't think we'll get such a big move, but if all these levels break, then the next level of support is 18,368. So this is the trade plan for tomorrow. We are not going with a fixed bias like sometimes we do, that market is bullish or bearish. See, since we have got this kind of a close not above the previous day high, right, though there was a gap down and a nice green candle, we would want to be a bit cautious and not be very aggressive. Probably look for some short intraday scalp and see if we can